everyone. This is Tammy Scott, Nursing Home Administrator with BLAHC. Thank you guys for watching. This is episode 18. Yes, we made it 18. So we will discuss two topics. The first topic we will discuss is there was a DON who stole narcotic pills from residents. And also topic number two, we will discuss a CNA who decided she wanted to steal identity, a dementia patient identity for a BBL. So let's get this party started. So you guys know I have my notes. So let me get my notes out. Let me get my notes. So this is part one where we discuss the DON. The DON name is Jennifer Wilson. Jennifer Wilson. This right here is Jennifer Wilson right here. So on February the 13th, the facility was made aware that there was missing narcotic pills at the facility. At first, they was looking for 20 pills. There was narcotic pills, like I said, that they could not find or accounted for. So, of course, you have to do your investigation. So they started doing their investigation. And so when they started to do their investigation on the situation, they couldn't find the 20 pills. So as they was going to look for all these other pills that they found that was unaccounted for, they started noticing that it was more pills that was unaccounted for, and they counted 261 narcotic pills that was not accounted for. So the administrator that was there, of course, went to the DON, who was the RN, and questioned her about it. And she said she was going to take care of it, that it was taken care of. So, of course, as the DON, the administrator allowed the DON to do the investigation. But this is serious. And as you know, as a nursing home administrator or assisted living administrator, that is very, very serious. So the administrator probably, get a little weary. Now I went to 30 pills to all the way to 261 pills. You can only imagine in administrator mind where she's going through, or what he or she going through. So during this time, during the investigation, they couldn't find the pills. The way an administrator is able to find certain type of pills is through a count sheet. Every narcotic have a count sheet. You have to keep an account sheet. Every nurse who gives out a narcotic have to circle what is left, and they have to sign their name. And when they leave, the oncoming nurse will count the narcotic pills, and when they count the narcotic pills, they make sure all the numbers are equal. And what happened is they could not find the control sheets. Every narcotic pills come with control sheets. It doesn't matter if these medications are discontinued or used. The RN, who's the RN, will have to discard these medications with another individual, so they'll be able to take a look at it and make sure that everything was accounted for. So when you have that, you also have a drug destruction form. So when these medications are not being used, you have to basically put it on a drug destruction form. So they could not find the drug destruction form, which the DON is responsible for, nor could they find the counting sheets. And they wanted to go and look for these accounting sheets. They didn't care what it was. They wanted to go looking for it in accounting sheets. So let me tell you, it would happen in Somerville, Indiana. So this happened in Somerville, Indiana, at Summit Health and Living. Summit Health and Living. So while they were going on looking investigation for the forms and everything, they decided that they wanted to go and look everywhere for these forms. It didn't matter. They want to go and look at it at the med card, the med room, the backup orders where they have the medications, because every room have another narcotic room that they have. There it must be stored. Or it could be with the medical records. They went to the medical records, couldn't find them. So a colleague decided to go into the DON office. Of course she wasn't in the office at the time. And so when she went into the DON office, she went looking for the control sheets. So she was wondering, okay, let me go in here and try to look for the control sheets. Something is telling me a colleague that going to a DON office, that is letting me know it's a done, because you have, excuse me, it have to be another nurse who's looking for these sheets. It's got to be only person I would say be comfortable to going into a DON office looking for this would be probably an A done, or which is assistant director of nursing, or administrator or administrator assistant. Those are the only individuals that I would see as nursing who would go and look for these sheets. Or medical records or something. Most like medical records will have it, but at this assisted living, they don't have a medical records coordinator. So they basically were saying a colleague went into her office and that they were looking for control sheets. So as she was looking for control sheets, she couldn't find the control sheets, but she found some opiates in a manila folder. She found some pills in a manila folder. And when she found these pills in a manila folder, of course, she took them to the administrator. And the administrator decided she wanted to question the DON about it. And so she questioned the DON about it. And when she questioned the DON about it, of course, she admitted to it, to the administrator, that she did have an addiction, and she was taking the pills for personal use. And when she took the pills for personal use, she was basically, um, you know, doing what an addict does. That was on for her own personal use. So that's crazy of itself. So basically after that happened, I told you I have my notes right here. Um she they questioned her about the pills, and she said that she took the pills from four residents, and they was hydrocodones, and they was Percocets, and it was from four different patients. And she said yes, she'd been working there for at least a few months, but she gave before she gave into her addiction. How long she was working there, and in the meantime, they didn't say, but she did work there a few months before she decided to act on her addiction. So she had been doing it for a while. It's just now people are looking for the county sheets, because when you have these sheets, of course the pharmacists come and everyone come, and you have to have these sheets that's accounted for, plus when the administrator come in and they need these sheets, the control sheets, and they couldn't find the control sheets or the destruction forms. So in order for there to be a destruction form, the RN would have to make a destruction form for this, but she would have to have someone else to sign saying they was destroyed. So that's the reason why there was no form, because if there's a form and she signs it, she have to get someone else to sign it, meaning she will put somebody else's license in jeopardy. So she didn't do that. The form, none of the form was just made. She said all the forms were discontinued medications. So all these medications was discontinued from the doctor or pharmacist, and so these are the medications that she basically took. And of course, she had been fired after that, and they would make, of course, a huge investigation was made. And I do want to speak on this situation. um have I ever been through something of this magnitude? Yes, I have. It wasn't a DON, but it was a unit manager. I started working at an interim location. When I started working at an interim location, I just got there, literally just got there. I was doing training. So the other administrator, she was there. And went through the exact same thing. But this time, the unit manager decided she wants to take the medication to her home because she felt like surveyors gonna come and they wasn't where they were supposed to be. So she took the pills home into a car, into a home, and I thought that was weird. So when I came in, I asked for the information. Did the pills get destroyed? And the DON said, no, the pills did have not get destroyed, and she was going to destroy them because she's an RN. So she was waiting for the RN, who is the unit manager, to come in. So this is the crazy part. What ended up happening is we was waiting for the unit manager to come in, who was the RN, to destroy the medication for with the DON. The unit manager was running late. So we was just calling and see what's going on. And we ended up getting a phone call from a deputy who's saying that her car flipped over. So we was like, her car flipped over. We were like, oh my God, her car flipped over. So to tell this story, the deputy, when they went in to search for the car, because the car is flipped over, they then sent her to the hospital. While they was researching her car, they found all these pills in a bag, and she was on her way to the facility. And she told the deputy that she had these pills because we told her to basically hold these pills, and she was on her way back with the medications. So the deputy thought it was weird. So the deputy ended up calling us, and the administrator of the building. Like I said, I was training, um, doing a little regular training that you have as when you coming in as interim software and everything of the nature. Before they switch over for the other interim administrator about to leave. So so um so she got the phone call, and she told the deputy, no, she don't supposed to have those pills. What are those pills? And so she talked to the deputy, and the deputy gave her the information, whatever. We was able to get the medication back, and everything was we counted everything, made sure that it was there and everything. And of course some medication was missing, and of course she was arrested on this situation. Matter of fact, she was arrested a week before her 18-year-old daughter graduation. So that was crazy. Yes, a week before, and she was RN. So of course we had to do our investigation. We contacted the board of nursing, the pharmacists association. Of course they came in, did their investigation, all the other stuff that they needed to do. And we also did some more training, of course, everything they needed to do. Of course we did a reportable, we reported it, we did everything that we supposed to do on our end. And I had a conversation with her on the phone because of course she was locked up. She ended up getting bailed. So what I decided to do is call her on the phone. She answered the phone, and the first thing I wanted to ask, just say period, I just wanted to ask her where she's okay, due to the fact that her car flipped over. I just want to be a human being and say, are you okay, knowing that the fact that the car flipped over. So of course she was saying that yes, she was okay. She thanked me for asking her, was she okay? And she told me yes, she blacked out, and when she blacked out, she flipped the car. And after I basically talked to her a minute for that, I then went into, who gave you the permission to take medication from the building? And she was like, well, you guys was talking about surveyors might come and y'all was getting everything in order. So I didn't want them to walk in and see those medications at the med cart. So I took them with me, and I asked her, I said, so you took pills from a med cart to a safe zone to an unsafe zone. You took the medication from the med cart out of the nursing home into your car, drove it an hour away into another car into your home. You took the bag in your home, took the bag out of your home, and you was going to bring it back. So you took the pills to a safe zone, to an unsafe zone without anybody permission. And I told her, why would you do that? I said, mentally, why would you do that? You didn't have anybody permission to do that. You didn't have the DON permission, nor I the permission to do that. So why would you think it's okay to do that? And she kept saying, um, that's what I was trying to do. And no one gave me permission to do it. I just did it on my own. And I had to have her to understand. I said, look, you know what? Of course, you know the board of nurses have been contacted. So you already know what's about to happen. You already know what's going to happen to your license. There's no need for me to beat you up no more. You about to beat yourself up due to the fact that you was basically got arrested a week before your daughter graduation, and you had to sit in jail during your daughter graduation, and then you have to bail out. Then your daughter knows this before her graduation. Like, this is something that she always going to remember. And she's 18 years of age. And I told her, I said, you are RN. I said, so I'm not going to say much because I already know you're beating yourself up about it. And now you've been arrested. Of course, you got lawyers. You're going to tell your lawyers whatever. And that's fine. But I just want you to know that, I told her, I hope you get the help that you really, really need and deserve, because you just let an addiction overtake you, and just took your career and took everything away from you. And now your children will have to look at that. So I just told her, I hope she get the help that she needs. And that of course she knows what I have to do as administrator moving forward. So she understood that, and we left it at that. And she did apologize for the whole situation of hand. And I told her, we got off the phone, and when I got off the phone, I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't understand why someone would do that. But you talking about addiction. Addiction is very, very strong. Anybody is willing to do anything for pills, liquor, for anything. If it's an addiction, it's an addiction. I mean, it's taking over, and it's only amount of, so it's only amount of time that a person is going to give in into the addiction. Plus, if they didn't get the proper help. So if they don't get the proper help to be able to take care of something like that, then it's very, very hard. Plus, when they are around it every single day. So you talking about this person right here, who is a DON RN, Jennifer Wilson, who says she have a personal addiction, and she continue to see hydrocodones and Percocets. These are pain pills, narcotic pain pills. So you never know all these pain the a nurse might have over the years, surgeries, whatever it might be, for them to be comfortable to even do something like that. And that's just crazy. And I just think that's kind of rough, and like, kind of, oh my God. So of course she was arrested. She was charged with obtaining controlled substances by fraud, possession of narcotics, or furnishing false fraudulent information. So those are her charges. So like I said, it happened just around February, but of course she's now just been arrested. It happened at some health and living in Indiana, and her name is Jennifer Wilson. Part two. So we're gonna go in part two. This is where we will discuss a CNA in Florida who decided that she wants to steal a dementia patient resident identity to get a BBL. Who does that? Of course, she did it. Yes. So of course it happened. It She was arrested on April the 27th of this year, April the 27th, which was Thursday, and she got booked, and she also bailed herself out the same day for $10,000. Like I said, she's a CNA. She's 31-year-old Tiffany Acuna, Acuna Acuna. So, so basically, but before we do that, I want to show you a picture of Tiffany Acuna. So this right here is Tiffany Acuna right here. So you just saw a picture of Tiffany Acuna. So basically, what ended up happening, she allegedly opened a credit card bill, a credit card in a 88-year-old resident name. So of course she was a CNA at home, and the bill came to the house. When the bill came to the house, the husband opened the bill, and when he opened the bill, he was wondering what is this bill right here is for. And he got a bill from the cosmetic surgery place, which is Moon Plastic Surgery, and he also got a bill from the actually credit card company. So he thought that was weird. He's so he decided he didn't know anything about it. So of course he went to the authorities about it, and so they decided to do their investigation on this situation. So while they was doing an investigation on the situation, they ended up finding out it was a purchase of different procedures, which total into $7,160.11. Yeah, procedures of $7,000. So the procedure came out to be a BBL, which is a Brazilian butt lift, a J plasma, a arm lipo procedures. So when they did the investigation, of course, they went to the credit card company, who then went into and found out that the charges came from Moon Plastic Surgery. So of course they contacted Moon Plastic Surgery, who basically said they got Acuna, who is a patient who got all those procedures done. So of course they end up connecting the dots, saying that Kuna was the CNA that was working as a CNA for the dementia at the home. So so they was able to connect the dots that way. So after investigation, they found out that the $7,000 came off the credit card around November the 1st of last year, November 1st of 2022, and they just couldn't believe it. So they decided, of course, they want to do more investigation. The surgery was done at the Moon Plastic Surgery, which is in Miami, Florida. Miami, Florida is one of those areas that's prone to a lot of individuals who want to get BBLs and lipos and all that other stuff. Florida is like one of the capitals that do it. Florida and California. Other places, yeah, but mostly Florida and California. But like I said, they end up doing an investigation. They end up calling Nakuna on the phone and questioning her about it. Of course, she denied it. She denied having the procedures. She denied opening up a credit card. She denied everything. But she later on decided that she wants to contact the husband of the victim. She contacted the husband and asked, could they come up with a payment plan for her to pay it off. Yes, a payment plan for her to pay these, um, you know, the amount off. And of course, he agreed to it. But it was basically was a setup. They were setting her up. So when she came there to the home on April the 27th, she had $1,500 in cash on her. She also had a contract with her of a loan agreement that she would do a repayment plan. Um, and when she got there, guess who was waiting for her? The authorities. They arrested her on the spot. arrested her on the spot. Um, you will be able to see the video of the body cameras when they arrested her on the spot. Here it is, right here.
All right, ma'am, you want to step out? We're going to have you go in another vehicle with another deputy. He has your property right now, okay? Do we have anybody else come out and search her or no? Tiffany is unavailable. One of the female detectives may be available when you go to the district. Oh.
So you just seen the video of them arresting um, Tiffany Acuna, 31-year-old Tiffany Acuna. Like I said, she stole a resident um, identity for a butt lift, a BBL, lipo surgery of the arm, and J plasma, which is very, very crazy. Um, After that, she was charged with grand theft, fraudulent use of identity without consent of a person 60 or older. So she have been charged. Like I said, she was taken into jail on that Thursday, which she bailed out that Thursday on a $10,000 bail. But of course, this is an open investigation that they are doing. So of course, she's gonna have to go to court about it. Um, in the meantime, but she's not working for a facility, so most time a facility will basically tell her, because she's on an investigation, probably told her she's fired due to this situation. But because she was bailed out, everything, and I don't know if she was working for a company or was she's working just for herself. They didn't say if she was basically a 1099 employee, basically a self contractor, or she was working for a company. If she was working for a company, of course they're gonna let her go. But if she was self employed, then the residents, not resident, the father, the husband will have to contact the CNA board, the nursing board, to report her license. So that's what would happen. So if she worked for an entity, they have to report the incident to the board of nursing immediately. They have to. But if she's an independent contractor, then of course whoever employed her will have to do that. Until unless she was found guilty. Once she found guilty, then that's how her license probably get taken away or anything of some sort. But of course, I know for this right here, she probably have to get a lawyer for this, because this is everywhere. So it's everywhere. So this is very, very damaging to her identity, her career, and everything. Plus, as a CNA, um, so I want to give my thoughts on the situation. Of course, I don't agree with this. Taking someone's identity to open up a credit card that you probably could open up yourself, and you decided that you want to do a payment plan, you could have just opened up a credit card yourself and did a payment plan with your credit card. Or you could have financed it yourself and did it like that. But a lot of individuals out here, credit is not already all that A1 to be able to open up a credit card or open up plus a credit card of a $7,000 limit. So you talking about $7,000 limit, like she really had to use that identity to be able to do that. So for her to open up a credit card, some individuals probably can open up a credit card, but the thing about it is, like, it was crazy. Like, I don't even want to say, well, she should have done this, she should have did this. No, she should never done it at all. You talking about an 88-year-old woman. You just basically took advantage of her. You took advantage of being in that home. You took advantage of everything possible. That everything. So, the crazy part, why would you even allow a credit card bill from either place to even go back to their home. That's the crazy part. But they was gonna have to do that due to the fact that she needed the address to get the credit card. So to know where they stand at. So if they have a CNA, most likely they are at their home. Most likely, they would be able to get some funding, got some type of money where she felt like she can do that. And it's crazy that a lot of individuals will take advantage of individuals of some sort. So this is just crazy. I hate that this happened to her. But it was just bad. Of course, the um the individuals, the AG individuals, they found out about this. So of course, like I said, if she's an independent contractor, then the families will have to go and report her to the board of nursing. Most like the board of nursing probably already know about it because it's so popular what happened in Florida. So most likely they already know because they already have all this stuff that's going on with the nurses and with the false nursing license. So I think they probably already know about this because this is around Daytona, Florida. So, most likely it probably already got to them and it's probably affected her. And it's just so crazy, what individuals out here willing to do for plastic surgery, what they are willing to do based on their looks. Like you willing to go to jail because you got a BBL and lipo and J plasma and all this other stuff. You're gonna be sitting in jail with all this on you. Like, why would you do that? Like, there's a lot of individuals out here, who's struggling, and you wanted to take advantage of some elderly individuals and do that to them. So, like I said, I don't agree with it. So that's the reason why I make these episodes like this to educate individuals that nursing home administrator, we know things like this goes it's going out. We do not agree with it. No, we do not agree with it. It is hard for us to be in the field of this nature because we want to show everybody, when we administrator, these are the things that we have to go through. These are the stuff we have to go through, and we don't agree with it. We just have to, when it happens, do what we have to do, investigation, report it, make sure we do whatever we need to do right then and there. But we want individuals to out there to understand we don't agree with it. So thank you guys for watching this episode. I hope you guys learned a lot. Of course, I learned a lot. So my thing is we just have to be very, very careful because there are a lot of sneaky individuals that's out here um, who make it very difficult for us and can take advantage of certain individuals. We just have to make sure we do our part and do it to the best of our ability. So thank you guys for watching. Like I said, this is Tammy Scott, Nursing Home Administrator with BLAHC. Please comment, like, share, follow on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you need to. I will also start a TikTok coming up, so that will be something that I'll start as well. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you.